Imagine for a moment that you wake up and before you open your eyes, you feel an absolute certainty that everything in your day will unfold in perfect harmony. It's not a vain hope, it's a physical sensation. You get up and notice that your body feels weightless. That usual stiffness in your shoulders is gone. You go out into the world and it seems like the universe has decided to conspire in your favor. The traffic light turns green just in time. The person you needed to talk to calls you before you even dial their number. And you find creative solutions to problems that yesterday seemed like insurmountable walls. Your mind is clear, your heart beats peacefully, and you feel an invisible connection with everything around you. And if I told you that this state is not a coincidence of fate or a whimsical gift of luck, this is the direct and mathematical result of your vibration. We often hear the phrase, raise your vibration, like an empty slogan. But today we're going to strip it of its superficiality. In today's journey, we will not only explain why it's necessary to raise your frequency, but also how to anchor it so that it doesn't depend on whether the outside world is kind to you or not. You'll learn that raising your vibration doesn't mean living in a bubble of toxic positivity or faking a smile while you're falling apart inside. It's about something much deeper. It's about attuning yourself to a frequency of truth, coherence, and full presence. You'll realize that pretending with toxic positivity isn't the goal when you're struggling inside. This video is your map, your instruction manual to stop being a victim of other people's energy and become the master of your own. If you feel that this is the moment to stop looking for answers outside and start tuning into your inner power, I invite you to subscribe to this channel. Here we don't just share information, we share the keys to real transformation. Join our community of seekers and hit the bell so you don't miss any step in this awakening of consciousness. Your subscription is the first step to tuning in to a new reality. Everything in the cosmos, from the most distant galaxy to the smallest cell in your heart, is in a state of perpetual oscillation. There is no absolute void, nor total silence. Frequency exists. You are a transmitting and receiving station. Your thoughts don't stay inside your skull. They are electromagnetic waves. Your emotions are not just chemistry. They are energetic impulses that alter the field around you. Your words and your actions are the brushes with which you paint your reality on the canvas of the universe. However, here lies the secret that the great masters have kept for centuries. The miracle does not happen when you raise your vibration for a moment of euphoria. The true alchemy, the transmutation of your destiny, happens when you manage to sustain that elevated frequency unwaveringly. When you stop being a cork adrift in emotional storms and become the captain of your own energy field. To understand how our personal vibration affects the world, it is imperative to mention one of the most visionary and mysterious scientists of our era, Dr. Jacobo Grinberg. Grinberg, a Mexican neurophysiologist who disappeared without a trace in 1994, proposed the synergic theory. He suggested that space is not empty, but rather an infinite matrix of information that he called lattice, or lattice. According to Grinberg, our brain processes this information and creates what we call reality. But here's the fascinating part. The quality of that reality depends on the coherence of our brain field. Grinberg explained that when the brain operates in a state of high coherence, meaning when the brain waves of both hemispheres are perfectly synchronized, a high-energy neural field is created. This field doesn't stay locked inside the skull. It expands and intertwines with the lattice of space-time. If your neural field is powerful and orderly, you bend reality toward your intentions. If it's weak and noisy, you're simply a leaf moved by the wind of other people's circumstances. This is the scientific basis of manifestation. You don't attract what you want, but rather you distort the matrix of reality according to the quality of your neural field. Raising your vibration through Grinberg's lens means increasing the complexity and unity of your own consciousness. so that it can have a one-on-one dialogue with the intelligence of the universe. It's not magic. It's pure neurosynergy applied to everyday life. The notion that the universe is vibration is not a discovery of modern physics. It's the remembrance of a truth that humanity has possessed since its beginnings. If we travel to ancient Egypt, we find the teachings of Hermes Trismegistus reflected in the Kybalion. The second universal law is clear. Nothing is motionless. Everything moves. Everything vibrates. The initiates in the temples of Luxor knew that the difference between what we call matter, mind, and spirit is simply a difference in vibrational frequency. What vibrates more slowly manifests as stone or iron. What vibrates faster manifests as light, thought, and divinity. In distant India, the Vedic sages spoke of spanda. This Sanskrit word defines the universe not as a finished creation, but as a constant pulse. Imagine the beat of a cosmic heart. Every time that heart beats, the universe is born and dies in a fraction of a second. That pulse is the pure consciousness of Shiva in dance. Therefore, you are not an object in the universe. You are a movement within that pulse. Sometimes our pulse seems more like an arrhythmia after 5 cups of coffee than a divine dance. But even in that disorder, there is a pattern that we can correct. The shamans of American traditions, from the Lakota to the Q'ero in the Andes, understood that everything has an Icaro or a melody. A river has a song, a mountain has a tone, and you have a unique energetic signature. For them, illness was simply being out of tune. Healing was not about taking a chemical medicine, but about performing a ceremony so that the soul could retune itself to the melody of the Great Spirit. Today, quantum physics has reached the same conclusion after centuries of materialism. We have learned that if you break down a cell, you find molecules. If you break down the molecules, you find atoms. And if you go into the atom, you don't find little balls of solid matter, but vast empty spaces where subatomic particles appear and disappear like flashes of energy. What we call solid is an illusion created by the speed of vibration. You are literally a set of clouds of energy oscillating at dizzying speed. What does this mean for your everyday life? It means that you have the plasticity to change your structure. You are not trapped by your genetics, your past, or your current personality. You are a modifiable frequency. If you change the frequency, you change the form. It's as real as changing the tuning on a radio to stop hearing static and start listening to classical music. To maintain a high vibration, we first need to identify the components that make up your energy signature. It's not just about feeling good. It's a structure made up of 4 fundamental pillars that interact with each other 24 hours a day. 1. Thought and the lens of perception. Your vibration begins in the mind, but not in the content of the thought, rather in its quality. You can have a thought about a financial problem, but there are 2 ways to vibrate in response to it. You can vibrate in contraction, fear, scarcity, asking, "Why me?" Or you can vibrate in expansion, curiosity, solution, and trust. The problem is that we've been programmed for constant judgment. We judge the weather, we judge our neighbor, we judge ourselves. Each judgment is a steep drop in frequency. Raising the vibration in the mind means moving from judgment to observation. When you observe without labeling something as bad, your energy doesn't get drained. 2. The emotional body and sustained feeling. This is where most people fail. Emotions are energy in motion. Emotion. It's natural to feel anger, sadness, or fear. They are biological responses. The problem occurs when we start living in that emotion. Imagine that anger is a visitor. You can open the door for it, listen to what it has to say, and let it go. But if you offer it a room, feed it, and let it stay for months, your vibration becomes dense and heavy. Gratitude and appreciation are the highest frequencies documented. They are not just moral concepts, they are biological states that regulate the heartbeat. When you feel real gratitude, your electromagnetic field expands meters around your body. From a biological point of view, your emotions are an internal pharmacy. When you live in fear, criticism, or envy, your brain orders the adrenal glands to secrete cortisol and adrenaline. These hormones are designed for short-term survival, to escape from a predator, not to live in them 24/7. This chemistry makes the body acidic. Your energy field narrows your perception and puts you in a defensive state. The most dangerous thing is that the body can become addicted to its own cortisol. We look for problems and drama just to get our daily dose of stress, which anchors us in dense frequencies that are very difficult to get out of without conscious effort. On the contrary, when you cultivate states of appreciation, awe, or tenderness, you release oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins. These molecules not only heal your cells, but also act as antennas that tune into frequencies of abundance. Sustained emotion is the fuel for your vibration. If you manage to feel gratitude before the miracle happens, you are sending such a coherent signal to the universe that it has no choice but to reflect that same abundance back to you. Biology and spirituality are ultimately two names for the same energetic process. 3. The technology of the present moment. The ego hates the present because in the present the ego has nothing to do. The ego lives off past memories or future expectations. When your mind is in yesterday, you're using your energy to relive something that no longer exists, which is a massive vibrational waste. When you're in tomorrow, you're vibrating in the anxiety of the uncertain. Being in the now is like connecting your phone to the original charger. It's the only point of contact with the source. In the now, there are no problems, only situations. And situations are resolved much more effectively when your energy isn't fragmented across 1,000 non-existent moments. 4. Coherence, the master pillar. This is the concept that Dr. Grinberg and the modern studies of the HeartMath Institute emphasize. The alignment between what you think, what you feel, and what you do. Most people live in a vibrational schizophrenia. They think, I want abundance, but they feel I'm not enough. And they act with stinginess and fear. These contradictory signals cancel out your manifesting power. Coherence is when your mind and your heart speak the same language. When you achieve that unity, your energy field becomes like a laser. Focused, powerful, and capable of overcoming any obstacle. It's very easy to vibrate high when you're on a paradise beach with a coconut in your hand and no Wi-Fi signal. But true mastery is tested on a Monday morning when coffee spills on your white shirt and you're late for a meeting. Raising your frequency is an act of will. Sustaining it is an act of mastery. The universe, by the law of balance, will always test your new frequency. It's not that the universe is cruel. It's that for a new state to become permanent, it must be tempered. Just like steel is put into the fire to become strong, your vibration is tested to see if it's real or just a spiritual disguise. One of the biggest obstacles is the collective mental noise. We live immersed in a vibrational soup of media-driven fear, a constant sense of urgency and competition. If you're not aware, you'll absorb those frequencies like a sponge. That's why holding your light requires a silent rebellion. It means you choose not to participate in conversations full of complaints, that you decide not to feed into other people's drama, and that you protect your peace as if it were your most valuable possession, because in fact, it is. To sustain this silent rebellion and keep your mind focused on higher frequencies, it's vital to filter what you listen to. Sometimes the noise of the world is too loud and we need a voice of wisdom to bring us back to center. That's why I want to invite you to take advantage of the opportunity to try Audible completely free for 30 days. Imagine having access to thousands of audiobooks on spirituality, quantum science, biographies of great masters, and personal development tools. You can listen while you drive, while you cook, or before you go to sleep, turning those moments into rituals of vibrational elevation. It's one of the simplest and most powerful ways to keep your mental diet clean and nourishing. Click on the link in the description, choose a book that makes your soul resonate, and start your free trial today. It's an investment in your frequency that your future self will thank you for. One of the biggest mistakes we make when trying to vibrate higher is falling into the trap of control. We think that maintaining the frequency means everything has to go exactly as we want. And when something goes wrong, our vibration plummets. This is where we need to integrate the law of detachment. Control is a frequency of fear. It's the voice of the ego saying, "I don't trust life." Holding your vibration in chaos means having the spiritual maturity to say, "I don't understand why this is happening, but I trust that my inner frequency is greater than this external event." When you let go of the need to control outcomes, you release a massive amount of energy that you used to spend on resistance. That released energy is what allows you to float above the density of the problem. Detachment is not indifference. It is the absolute certainty that your center of gravity is within you and not in the hands of the world. That is where your vibration becomes unbreakable. When your peace is priceless and your joy has no conditions. For this knowledge to become wisdom, it must pass through the body. Here are the 7 practices to permanently anchor a high vibration. 1. Dawn programming. The first 20 minutes of your day are the time for planting seeds. Your brain is in a highly suggestible alpha wave state. If the first thing you do is look at the news or social media, you're giving control of your vibration to the world. Instead, set a sovereign intention. Breathe and say, "Today I choose to avoid the frequency of peace." Or "Today I am a channel of clarity." Don't just say it with your mouth. Feel it in your cells. 2. Fasting from density. It's not just about food. Although a light and living diet helps enormously, it's about fasting from toxic information. Learn to say, "This doesn't come into my field." If a conversation turns into gossip or criticism, politely excuse yourself or change the subject. Your energy is your currency. Don't spend it on things that impoverish you. 3. The micro-silence. In our culture, silence is perceived as emptiness, but in reality, it is fullness. Look for windows of silence during the day, 60 seconds between tasks. Close your eyes. Disconnect from the external senses and feel the hum of life within you. That small adjustment recalibrates your nervous system and prevents fatigue from lowering your frequency. 4. The alchemy of the word. Words are vibration collapsed into sound. Every time you say, "I'm tired, this is hard," or "the same thing always happens to me," you're sending a vibrational command to the universe. Change your narrative. Don't lie, but focus on what is there. The impeccable word is the tool of the magician. V. Stagnant energy becomes dense. If you spend all day sitting, your vibration slows down. Walk barefoot on the earth if you can, dance to your favorite song, even if it's just one, or simply stretch. Physical movement clears energetic blockages and allows prana or vital energy to flow freely. 6. Radical gratitude. Gratitude is the antidote to fear. You can't vibrate in fear and gratitude at the same time. It's physically impossible. Practice gratitude for the little things. The taste of water, the air in your lungs, the ability to watch this video. Being grateful for small things signals to the universe that you're ready for bigger things. 7. The nightly closure and recalibration. Before going to sleep, review your day. But don't do it to judge yourself. Do it to cleanse. If there was a moment of low vibration, visualize it and wrap it in light, deciding that tomorrow you will act from your center. Surrender your worries to sleep. Your astral body recharges in other dimensions during sleep. Make sure to go to sleep with a frequency of surrender and trust. Reaching this point shows that your commitment to your evolution is real and that you are not satisfied with superficial answers. Holding your attention for so long is already a high vibration exercise. Write the phrase in the comments right now. By writing it, you are making a public statement to your subconscious and connecting with all the people who, at this very moment, are watching this video and raising their frequency along with you. I celebrate your progress and presence. You're here because your soul recalled what the world tried to make you forget. You are not a castaway in the ocean of life. You are the ocean itself in a drop. Holding a high vibration is an act of sovereignty. In a system that benefits from your fear, your insecurity, and your anxious consumption, being at peace is the greatest possible revolution. When you raise your frequency, something magical happens that science calls entrainment. The stronger and more coherent frequencies end up pulling the weaker, more chaotic ones along. This means that when you are centered, when you vibrate from love, truth, and presence, you don't need to preach or convince anyone. Your mere presence harmonizes the environment. You help your family, your friends, and the whole world simply by being a transmitter of coherence. It's what Jacobo Grinberg suggested. A single brain in high coherence can raise the coherence of those around it. Don't look for immediate results. Focus on constant practice. Don't punish yourself if one day you fall into density. Just observe, breathe, and start again. Mastery is not perfection, it's persistence. You are an eternal being experiencing the density of matter, and today you have taken a giant step to remember how to navigate it with grace. If this message has touched a deep chord within you, if you feel that something has shifted inside you, don't let that energy dissipate. Subscribe, share this knowledge with someone who needs it. And remember that every time you choose light over fear, the entire universe celebrates. Understanding your vibration is the foundation, but how do you use that energy to actively shape your destiny? If you want to put deliberate creation into practice, you have to watch this next video. It's the missing piece of the puzzle for your high vibration to turn into tangible results in your physical world. Click here and let's continue this journey toward your total mastery. See you at the next level.